Sarah, thank you very much indeed. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, for having a slightly croaky voice this morning. It was fairly lively at Prime Minister's Questions on Wednesday, but I hope you can still hear me all right at the back. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming along this morning. We have a really cracking turnout, and I think we're all really impressed by the number of people that have taken the time to come along here this morning and participate. We were just commenting on the top table up here that it looks a bit like school assembly. But you'll be relieved to hear we're not all going to ask you to stand and sing Morning is Broken. But it is very, very good that so many of you are here. I think it is Friday the 13th, but nevertheless we hope that that will be a good omen rather than the opposite. Now, I must begin by issuing some thanks, not least to Sarah Bettesworth and all of her team from the Big Lottery Fund in the East of England, who have done a lot of the organisational work to help get you all here this morning. And Sarah and her team have been very well assisted by David Barnes and Derek Helson, Shelley, and all of the team from RAVS, who have helped to get people in from the Rochford district part of the constituency. And then we've had Chris Evans and all of his team from the Basildon, Billericay and Wickford Council for Voluntary Service, who have encouraged people from Wickford and the Basildon district to attend. So I'd like to publicly thank both of those organisations, and particularly you, Sarah, for everything you've done to make today possible. And I'd also like to welcome the representatives from our other funding bodies, for Helen, to Robin and Adam, for coming along. So not only have we got the Big Lottery Fund here today, but we've got the other distributors as well, to try and make it, in a sense, a one-stop shop for all of you. And of course, I'm absolutely delighted that we have Peter here as the Chief Executive of the Big Lottery Fund. You can imagine how busy this gentleman is, and it's great, sir, that you've taken the time to come down this morning and interact with all of our people in my constituency, and I'm personally grateful to you for that. Some of the background to today is that, unfortunately, to date at least, in this constituency we have not done particularly well out of lottery funding compared to many other constituencies around the country. And I think it's fair to say that Sarah and I have discussed this a number of times, and once or twice we've had what the diplomats would call some free and frank conversations about that. But we both, I think, really agreed that we got to a situation where, if you like, we had a kind of chicken and egg dilemma. On the one hand, the funding bodies were saying, we can't give out grants to organisations if they're not applying. And what I was getting from some of the local organisations was, well, we've stopped applying because we don't get grants. And so really, as I say, we were going round perhaps in circles. And so today was designed and intended as a very deliberate attempt to break out of that circle. Rather than arguing with each other about what's gone wrong, we want to concentrate on what hopefully can go right, and how we can encourage far more bids to all of the funding bodies from this constituency and the surrounding area, which we hope, some of which at least, might find favour. The people that live in this area buy lottery tickets too. And we're not asking for special treatment, but we just are asking for a fair crack of the whip. And as a member of the Whip's office myself, I'm well placed to make that request. Corporate motto: hello, we're from the Whip's office, we're here to help. So I do hope that you can all take maximum advantage of the opportunity that you've got today. We have a number of presentations, and then after lunch there are a number of one-to-one sessions where I think you should have opportunities to get some detailed guidance from the funding bodies about how best to frame your bids and what are the really key issues to address in order to try and maximise your chances of success. I hope that as a result of today, not only will some of you get lucky with bids in the short to medium term, although I do hope that that happens, sir, But I also hope that it will also be a part of a process of building a much better communications relationship between organisations like yourselves and all the funding bodies, so that you will continue to get your fair crack of the whip, not just for a short period of time, but also into the medium and long-term future as well. So I see this as a really positive opportunity for you. I'm really grateful for the people that have taken their time to come and basically help you, and I hope that you will take maximum advantage of it. And not all of you will be successful, but I hope that a large number of you are. And remember, it could be you. The very best of luck. Thank you very much.